Mira and HarlequinAudio present Reports of His Death Have Been Greatly Exaggerated by James Goodhand, performed by Peter Noble. For Janet and Adrian. 1. Tuesday. There was nothing of note about the gentleman at my front door that evening to suggest he would drop dead in little over an hour. My instinct had been to ignore the doorbell altogether. All I really wanted was to be left to my own devices. "Be a pal, would you, Ron?" the gentleman said. In one hand he rocked a tartan thermos side to side. With the other he pinched the collar of his mackintosh tight as an icy wind whipped along the street, sweeping newly spread salt to the curb. Late March, but not yet a whiff of spring. "Been 3 days without the electric," he told me. "Would you believe it?" "If you'd be so kind, Ron." I held the door open no more than was necessary, my head sandwiched between it and the jam. "Some hot water?" I asked. I should have taken this opportunity to mention that my name is, in fact, Ray, not Ron, but I let the matter lie, accepting that, chance missed, I'd be misnamed for the duration. He and I had known each other in passing for 20 years or more. His name was Barry Detmer. He lived not quite opposite, in the ground floor flat with the gaffer-taped letterbox and the budgerigar cage in the window. We exchanged pleasantries here and there, and had spoken a couple of times at greater length. Once about an abandoned van, on another occasion about the proliferation of smaller dog breeds. These conversations all felt as though they'd happened within the last year or two, but on closer scrutiny of my memory were more than a decade ago. "Council said it'd be fixed yesterday," Barry told me. "Then it was this morning. Then it was by the end of today. Drive you mad, don't they, Ron?" "Let me guess. Electronic ignition boiler." "You got it. No lackey, no heating, neither." We shared an ironic chuckle at progress. 3 days, you must be bloody frozen. Barry searched the ground at his feet, as people tend to, for the point to which my stare kept returning. I've never been a natural eye contactor. When I do try, I feel invasive and find my gaze wandering south entirely of its own accord, causing unease and a shifting of clothing, most especially when addressing a female. "I'm sure I've a Primus stove somewhere," I said. "Whether I have a gas bottle, well, that's another matter." "Just a kettleful, Ron. That'll do me. Enough for a brew and a wash." "I think I should probably have you in, really," I said, slackening my hold on the front door. "I don't want to be a nuisance." He gritted his teeth as another gust snapped his trousers round narrow legs. "No, I really should." "You're a pal, Ron," he said, as I led us down the one-person-wide path along the hallway, between the books and boxes stacked to one side, the many local papers and periodicals that I've not yet got around to on the other. The topmost was a garish red promotion from an appliance store, emblazoned "Special Offers for Ray Thorns." I turned it over to spare Barry's blushes at misremembering my name. Steady on, I said, as we squeezed into the darkened lounge, where we stood too close in the square of available floor. "My word," Barry said, "you have some bits and pieces." "You know how it is. One tends to accrue." "Well, you have accrued all right, old pal," he chuckled. It was odd how the house looked so suddenly different, knowing it was being viewed for the first time by someone. The slack wood chip, the blues records stacked haphazardly to waist height, the many bin bags stuffed full of unsorted charity shop purchases, the sheer weight of the shelving leaving the television set somewhat askew. Things I've barely ever noticed, far less thought about in years. I switched on the second and third bars of the fire. The stench of burnt dust rose from the glow. Barry warmed
Sample complete. Ready to continue?